Long ago, if you wanted to hear music, you either made it yourself, which only the wealthy could afford, or you went to a concert, which only the wealthy could afford. Subsequently, except for the super rich, you would not hear your favorite song performed professionally but one or two times in your lifetime, if that. Then Marconi invented the radio. Edison invented the phonograph. Someone created the LP, the cassette tape, the 8-track, the CD, the MP3 player, and the cloud. And now you can hear your favorite song as often as you wish. Each new form of recording improved the previous and urged us to buy the newer form. How many times have I bought the White Album? But each one improved our listening experience. Likewise, the history of philosophy is the continual refinement and discarding of previous philosophies. Each subsequent philosopher seeks a philosophy that works in everyday life. In that sense, the work of philosophy may never be completed. In view of that, it is curious that three philosophers with three very different philosophies lived during the same period. Each has its followers. Karl Marx founded Marxism. He said that history is a result of class struggle between the bourgeois and the proletariat. Capitalism will eventually crumble, and socialism will replace it. Socialism will free people of alienation and allow a full, productive life known as species life. John Stuart Mill was instrumental in developing utilitarianism. He said people are natural hedonists. Society should use this natural bent to develop altruistic attitudes. An altruistic society will create the greatest happiness for the greatest number. And Søren Kierkegaard, one of the founders of existentialism. Actually, the word existentialism was not coined until many years after he was dead. It was coined by Jean-Paul Sartre. It means to really exist. The label postdates both founding existentialists, Søren Kierkegaard and Friedrich Nietzsche. Both would have rejected the label, as both rejected all labels. Existentialism is any philosophy that involves questions of meaning and choice. It is dedicated to discovering what it means to really live. It is truly undefinable, but it does emphasize individual rather than whole, passions rather than reason, and freedom rather than fate. Friedrich Nietzsche developed an atheistic version of existentialism. He was a nihilist. He said the universe has no meaning or purpose. You should live for today. There is no afterlife. He is famous for having said God is dead, but that was a diagnosis of modern morality, not a proclamation. He hated religion and defined moral systems as either master morality or slave morality. He said that the master morality was best. It predates democratic Greece. It is aristocratic, reflects the virtue of the ruling class, emphasizes personal excellence, arete, and power. Slave morality is inferior. It is a creation of religion, especially Christianity, reflects the virtue of the slave, emphasizes humility and putting others first. Søren Kierkegaard developed a Christian version of existentialism. He said life is meaningless without a personal relationship with God. The relationship is begun and maintained by leaps of faith. And morality must be defined by God, for man is too fickle, so God must be the standard. This week you will study the philosophy of Søren Kierkegaard and what he thought it means to really exist. Here's to a good week in philosophy.